Something you might not know about me is that I'm a huge Whedon fan. Whether it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Firefly, Avengers, Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, or, of course, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I love what he does. So, I think now is as good a time as any to take a look at Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds on the Nintendo GameCube. Does Chaos Bleeds hold up to the TV show, or is it yet another tie-in cash grab? Chaos Bleeds was released in August 2003 on the GameCube, PS2 and Xbox. It was made by Eurocom. Eurocom actually developed some of my childhood favourites, like Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets and 40 Winks, but I'll talk about them some other time. Chaos Bleeds is supposed to be set somewhere in the middle of the 5th season of Buffy, but to be completely honest, to me it doesn't make too much sense in the chronology, but we can kind of forget about that. The game starts off in Giles' magic shop, the Magic Box, and jumps right into the action. A bunch of zombies have broken in and you need to rescue Anya and Tara. When you first start, you'll notice something. Some of the voice acting is painful. The voice actors who voice Buffy and Willow are really hard to listen to. Willow seems to sound like she's constantly out of breath, and Buffy sounds nothing like Buffy. She sounds like some kind of parody of Buffy. But luckily, some of the actors from the shows reprised their roles in this, such as Anthony Stewart Head as Giles, Amber Benson as Tara, James Masters and Spike, and one notable performance is Nicholas Brendan as Xander, who, in my opinion, gave the best voice performance in the game. He just seemed to really be enjoying what he was doing. Unfortunately, the writing isn't perfect. Buffy's wisecracks and one-liners seem somewhat forced and stupid, and most of the dialogue doesn't sound very natural, and the plot seems almost fan-fiction-y. It feels like the plot was made around being able to bring back old favourites, such as this sexist puppet from that one episode for some reason. But it's an early 2000s video game. I can't really complain too much about it. I wouldn't say the plot is horrible, but it's certainly not perfect. The best way to describe the visuals in this game is generic. The animations are okay, the characters all move differently, the models, well, they're not outstanding, but they're distinctive enough for me to be able to tell who everyone is immediately, but nothing about the visuals stand out. They just do what they do and that's really it. And the music in this game? Well, the fact that I can't recall any of it probably tells you all you need to know. The gameplay is pretty simple. You kill vampires, zombies and other demons and try to get to the end of the level. Throughout the course of the game you control different members of the Scoobies, such as Xander, Willow, Spike and of course Buffy the Vampire Slayer herself. I found that the combat is pretty fun. It's relatively simple. You have a kick button, a punch button and a stake button. You hit vampires, take their life down and then you have to stake them in your final blow. It works rather well I must admit, and I felt super awesome taking vampires out as the one and only Slayer. There are puzzle elements thrown in too, which require you to find keys, press buttons, or do other generic puzzly things. This was slightly frustrating. Sometimes it wasn't really apparent what I needed to do, and the game would pull cheap tricks, such as hiding required items in places you wouldn't think to look. I once spent almost 20 minutes searching for the item I needed, and it was hiding behind a gravestone. All in all, the gameplay is enjoyable. Despite some rather irritating moments, it did keep me engaged due to its entertaining combat and variety of characters. So, conclusion time. I had a good time with Chaos Bleeds. Sure, it's not the perfect game, the story is a bit stupid, and the sound and visuals aren't anything impressive, but it's still fun. If you're a fan of the series, I think you should check it out, as there's probably something in it you'll love. If you're not a fan of the series, I find it kind of hard to recommend, as there isn't anything apart from Buffy that makes it stand out. Hey there guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button, and if you want to see more, you could always subscribe. While you're here, why not click one of these two videos? Well, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!